Look, they're replacing this guy right here.
No more Dylan Morris.
All right, we're back here. We've been hanging out all day at the Atavus 7v7 State Championship 2019. The first time here the state of Washington is going to crown a state champion. Scott Oshman along with Tim Boyle. We have Brandon Huffman here, 24/7 Sports. Rylan Spencer also here. He just went to go.
We put him on assignment.
Yeah,
right
we put
now.
him on assignment real quick. Before here, our semifinal game, we have Steilacoom and Timberline.
And Steilacoom, are they kind of the surprise of the tournament?
They for me are. I mean, I thought they have clearly the talented Mecca Egbuka, but I wasn't expecting them. I'll tell you what the bigger surprise to me, Grant Kapowson lost their 4-year starter, Dylan Morris, who's at the University of Washington. He's here today. And they just knocked out Eastside Catholic, who is by far the most talent-laden team in this tournament, and they just knocked him out.
It's not even close.
Eastside Catholic's got like 8 D1 people.
And we are on.
Here we go.
And I've been wrong mostly today, but I think Timberline's starting, but I could be wrong once again.
The funny thing is you can't. The uniforms you just can't tell.
You're right. Timberline is starting with the ball. And the only reason I know that is because I see their coach out there calling plays.
Okay, so Timberline, they just beat. Who they just beat?
They just knocked out Yelm.
Yelm.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. They just knocked out Yelm in the first round, then Sumner.
Sumner, okay.
So here from Bellevue, Washington, if you're just joining us on STSPN, Timberline, this is semifinal here.
Oh,
Not
nice D.
Gonna do it.
Right by our camera again.
Great job there all day long. Jeff Mattson on camera. Todd Ovey, your executive producer, spinning the dials.
Jeff's going to have to get hazard pay down there.
He might.
Jeez.
He's wearing the shirt like you got to see him. How you can't miss him.
That's got the high vis yellow on.
That's right. He's working the focus there. That's a quick trick right there. So here we are, 25-minute running clock. 3 downs. Timberline!
Oh,
yes!
and look at that catch.
Touchdown! They started off.
A bad pass turned into a touchdown.
I give all the credit to the receiver on that.
Oh,
We're looking for
sure.
a roster, so if you're wondering why we don't know who anybody is, that's why.
Timberline, yeah. His name's Timberline. First name Timber, last name Line.
7-0.
But Steilacoom, we saw.
Don't count them out.
They took every.
This is how I want it.
Every punch from the Lincoln, the number 1 seed, Brendan.
And they deliver the knockout blow to end it. I mean, this is how Steilacoom likes to play. It's like, okay, we just spotted a touchdown, now we'll score.
So Chance McDaniel getting his shot.
Oh,
and
there
he
he
knows
goes right away. Look at that.
Got a touchdown.
Like they are unbelievable. And keep in mind, that's a AA school.
Who lost their record-setting quarterback to graduation. Chance McDonald taking over the starter. So
J.J. Lemming, right?
Yeah, now Central Washington, and Chance McDonald making himself look like he's a 5-year vet.
Well, you see how he stands back? He's just composed back there. And he throws a nice ball.
Oh, beautiful. And,
but you didn't give him a lot on the preview. He's not getting a ton of love,
he was my picture on my last page.
That counts.
Last week, he was the MVP of the battle in Seattle with his Olympia Outlaws team, but again, what's most impressive to me is he's not only locking on Emeka Egbuka, which you find quarterbacks all the time lock onto their star receiver. He is going through his progressions. In those 4 seconds, he's looking to his second, third, fourth read and delivering the ball on time, in motion, and they're scoring touchdowns on one play.
Now, you were talking before we went to this game, your top 5 performances that you've seen. You've been here all day long, but I got to say, he wasn't in your top 5.
He's moving into the back end right now.
He's slowly getting in there.
I would say
getting in
he's
there.
by far had the best playoff round of any of the quarterbacks I've seen.
Well, Timberline they got something to say as well.
Uh-oh.
That's right down the hatchet right
He's
there.
got some
he
moves.
Still can go. Finally, the whistle blows. We put Rylan Spencer on assignment. That was quite a while ago.
He didn't come back.
He's at Wayback Burgers, guys.
I was just going to say.
I hope he's bringing us some.
He had some critical commentary about the choices here in the Bellevue area.
He
I'm
did.
not going to lie.
He's very passionate about where to eat.
Oh, Ryan, he's great. You guys do an incredible job. There's nowhere else to go. 247sports.com as our semifinal here. And then the other semifinal going on the other field is Union and
Graham
Kapowson, GK. That's a little bit of a stunner.
That
powerhouse there.
Graham
though.
Kapowson just beat Eastside Catholic again. Dylan Morris graduating. You would have thought that they would maybe not be the team that they once were, but Eric Curley's won a state championship. He's a successful coach. He's a brilliant coach. He knows what he's doing, and even if he doesn't have Dylan Morris, he's going to have guys that are going to help this team win. And you guys know Rory Rosenbach. It doesn't matter who's playing. Rory's going to have that team competitive and fired up to play.
7-on-7 is kind of right up his alley.
The
It's
riverboat.
like
we used to call him the riverboat gambler.
I love it. I love it.
He never met a fourth down he didn't like to go for.
You know, when he was at Glacier Peak, would he have the Tootsie Roll pop in his mouth during the game? Is that a union thing for him?
That's a union thing. He did not do that.
I loved it.
He did don the huge sombrero, though.
Well, I think,
early
by the
on.
way, I think just back to football here.
I'm sorry, Tim Boyle there.
We're just preparing for the next
I
game
think
if we see Rory.
Timberline just turned it over on downs here. So.
Okay, all right.
So Steilacoom's going to be back in action here.
No, one thing about the semifinals is the loser will not go home. The losers of these two games will play a third or fourth place game.
Okay.
While the winners get prepared, get some new shoes for the championship game. They'll be all wearing some custom cleats from Adidas for the championship game. So while they're getting suited up, we'll have a third or fourth place game after.
Going deep. I had to.
That was almost picked.
Almost. So.
I think I see the boxes of new shoes sitting over
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, just waiting for somebody to try those out.
That's straight from Adidas.
How do you get all the right sizes? I need a 6.5. Sorry.
Who are the? Yeah,
exactly.
Who are the seniors? You get to pick what size shoe you are. Who are the freshmen? I know you have a size 8, but these are size 14. Enjoy them.
They'll work.
If you've been
just
playing,
wear an extra pair of socks.
Yeah.
If you've been playing with us all day here, we have no idea usually what the time is or the score. So it must be fun to watch at home.
Oh yes.
But it is 7-7, so we can give you that.
7-7.
Nor do we know half the time who's making the play.
That's right. That's true. We do know that that's McDaniel.
Oh, he dropped
That's
it.
a rare catch and drop.
It's going to bring up a third down.
And they got to get across that first blue line, don't they?
Yep, they do. Otherwise,
reset.
they'll be turning it over on downs.
As
If they don't, it'll be the first time I haven't seen Steilacoom score in a while.
That's true. The cloud, a little bit of cloud cover, so that takes the sun off a bit. Not that it's been an issue here.
Helps out a little bit.
But Daniel, he has
He's
to get a
going
first down. He's
deep.
going for it.
Great
Great
break up
defensive
there.
tip.
Great D. So turnover on downs for Steilacoom.
We stay tied. The Timberline, a big surprise to get to this point.
Very much so. Another team that graduation didn't do any favors, but again, that's what I think what happens in some of these tournaments. You just assume teams returning all the talent are just going to roll through it, but what you end up seeing is some guys that are a little plucky. They're playing to impress their coach. They're trying to show that they're the guys that are going to be the replacements and that they can be the starters. And again, since this is basically a competitive spring practice, you're seeing guys showing that competition.
A little bit too much sauce on that ball. Couldn't quite get there, so they'll get another try at it. Yeah, this is a tryout for a lot of these kids. Either rising juniors, or it depends on the program if they get a shot to play.
And you replace a starting quarterback, you get 2 or 3 guys that are thinking, hey, I want this job.
Yeah. I've been playing in your system since I was in first grade.
Right.
7-on-7 is also a great equalizer, too, because you don't have the rushing and the size doesn't matter as much. So these smaller, like AA schools, if you got some speed, you can compete.
Timberline going now. There's a nice touch ball, but tried to float it out of bounds, and all of a sudden the defense is cranking up.
And over on the other field, Tobias Merriweather, freshman receiver from Union, will be a sophomore this fall. Just got his first 2 offers this week. Just runs a skinny post for a touchdown. Not sure the score over there, but hey, Union people thought they were going to be down, losing Lincoln Victor, Darian Chase. But again, like you said, the Riverboat Gambler out here dialing up some stuff.
We might see the Riverboat Gambler right in front of us here in the championship game.
Is he out there giving a bottle of water to his receiver?
Yeah, he's a giver.
Or is he taking a selfie?
We saw him earlier.
Was he taking a selfie?
He might have been asking him a couple questions in the upcoming fantasy football NFL draft.
Hey,
Roe has been known to really collect a lot of info from the players.
It's time to start putting your rosters together. But honestly, I mean, what are the great people in high school football? I mean, just his energy, you really were happy for Union this year, no matter where you were at, because of just them losing their late coach Charlie Rigo in the middle of the season. But Union had been close, and Aurora, I mean, just this was his team, and you kind of saw it early in their the 2017 season. If a 35-0 game can be considered close, they went toe-to-toe with Eastside Catholic, who was demonstratively better, and really it wasn't until late that Eastside Catholic put it away, but then they beat Camas to win the league and then came back last year 14-0. And that's what you get when you get a program builder like him.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Sorry I went off talking, but, he's one of your guys' longtime friends.
Honestly.
Great coach.
He is literally at the beginning of what we've been doing, streaming high school prep football in all sports, actually, up there in the north end, as Steilacoom now getting going. There's some moves.
Yeah, he was part of our inaugural season.
And he was just so great, and he appreciated it and got the players. He put up with our nonsense in all of our different games. We had the Coach Rowe show. Of course, he never showed up on time for that. I don't know why, Tim.
I mean, that's weird.
I like that, though. I'm going to make them wait. But, in a time and era where college coaches do everything they can to hose the local media, you got high school coaches like that are just, they embrace them. They're like, this is great exposure for our community. They embrace community.
Yeah.
They got him.
They got him.
I don't know about that call. I don't want to abuse my blitz right here,
Not
gentlemen.
This early.
We've seen that pay
There's
off
a lot of time
big
left.
late in games. We're still
a few games they've had to wait till the last play of the game.
Yeah, it's true, but we're still tied at 7-7. But you're right. We in the north end, in the state of Washington, there's not a lot of people doing what we've been doing for almost 10 years, I think, now. And a lot of that is Todd Elvig there, the executive producer. But the kids love it, and we love it. And Rowe was a big part of that. Daniel back to throw. Tip!
And I think what you guys do is great, because the reality is with Ryland and I, it's such a big state, and there's a lot of talent at certain schools, but you guys give a voice, you give a look into kids that every bit is deserving, just for whatever logistical reason. It's not as easy to get up there. It's not as easy to get down. I mean, I know the Columbian, I think that they have 3 full-time sports writers for the high school sports. They understand that it's not as easy to staff, so they're going to cover the heck out of those local teams.
And I know in the central and eastern part of the state, they do a great job with prep coverage there, and there's people doing some great stuff. But Steilacoom shut down. We're still at 7-7. I thought this game would at least be 21-21 by now.
Yeah, we've had a few defensive stops now. That's Steilacoom's been stopped twice in a row now.
I am feeling a little hurt that Ryland hasn't come back. I just want to put that out there. We sent him out at the beginning of the game to find a roster.
Note to self, no more assignments for Ryland.
Maybe he's working overtime and getting a bunch of information.
I can see him. He's not doing anything.
Maybe he's talking with Dylan Morris about the quarterback situation at Washington.
Where is he?
He's standing over there to the left.
I see him.
Meanwhile, there's a great game going on. Timberline. He's got an open.
Ooh,
great
good defense.
What a coverage right there. He wanted that.
Good coverage by number 11.
That's some makeup speed.
I mean, he read that ball too and got there quick.
He closed on that.
That closing speed is what you see at a high division level. And again, Steilacoom is more than just a Mecca Egbuka with some of the plays being made today.
And that's what gets you noticed.
Absolutely. There's been notes, because that's at least the third time today I've seen him make a late break on a ball and break it up. I mean, that kid's making some plays out there. I'd tell you what his name was if we had a roster.
He closes like you do, Scott.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, there's their blitz now.
They did. He has to get rid of it.
Third down, too.
So interesting. Both teams choosing to eat up their blitz, or one blitz per game. They use it early.
Right. They've both been stopped now twice in a row.
Low scoring. This is, echoes playoff football.
Just like we drew up after that barn burner of the last game.
They got it out of their system there, it looks like. But here we are.
I don't think they're going to stop them 3 times in a row, are they?
They got to go back. There you go.
Yeah, that's a first down.
Buka making his name known more even today. If you've come around, he is just taken over some of these games.
And I think that's what you kind of expect when you get down to crunch time. Your playmakers will make the plays.
McDaniel back to pass. Far side corner. Complete, out of bounds. Now they're moving a little bit. And early in those games, they weren't going for the jugular in those first plays. They were kind of, little fade, little flat route here, flat route there, and then they'd hit you. So we'll see what they can do. Again, we're not sure what time.
Yeah, we got to be coming up on time because we're just a few minutes before 4 here.
Chase back, looking. And right there.
It's going to be short.
We got to find out our guy number 11's name because
he's playing outstanding.
Having a day.
He could break the top 5.
Absolutely. Now, there's always one guy that kind of sneaks in that comes out of nowhere that you just can't ignore what he's done.
Well, the paperwork here is just relentless. I'm trying to find McDaniel. They didn't get in that last time. Goes up high and can't hold on.
Just a little bit high.
9 out of 10 times he pulls that down.
A lot less fans yet coming in. We only have 2 games going on. Union over there, Graham Kapowson. And this one here, the semifinal, waiting for the championship game.
Yeah, some of these teams have a little bit of a ride home after this.
Yes, they do. Yeah. McDaniel still trying to find the touchdown, and he does.
But
there's
a flag.
On the play.
Was the flag because they blitzed? I think they blitzed again, and they've already used their blitz.
That's what
so it is a
touchdown. 14-7 now, Steilacoom.
And look at the Timberline DC. Like, he knows it too, so that's my bad. Doesn't matter.
He thought he'd get away with an extra blitz.
That's like Tim and I always talk about. You watch NFL game, or even college games, and the head coach he makes an unbelievably bad timeout or a call. And you're going, there's 25 people in the headsets.
Aren't you? Yeah.
How do you have that poor communication?
Anything?
What? Don't you have one person who does
That's
nothing?
all his job is to be on the headset. No, we don't have any timeouts, coach. There's always one grad assistant in college basketball who literally his clipboard is just timeouts and fouls.
Or when there's like 2 or 3 minutes left, judging when to take those timeouts.
Right.
Timberline, they belong here in the semifinals, and they make a good play here to get a new set of downs.
That's got to be getting down to the nitty-gritty here on the clock.
But I do want to talk to you about the quarterback situation at Washington. I mean,
I hear that it's not a sure thing for Eason.
Jacob Eason will be the starting quarterback in the fall. That's my bold, audacious prediction.
That is crazy.
I just don't see any scenario plausibly that Jacob Eason is not the starter. And from reports, it sounded like towards the end of spring he started to get a little bit more in rhythm, and Jake Hader was coming a little bit more back to the pack, depending on who you talk to. But I just don't see a scenario when Eastern Washington is in Husky Stadium where Jacob Eason is not the starting quarterback for the Huskies.
Well, one thing's for sure. It'll be somebody that named Jake or Jacob.
Yeah, that's true.
Great chance.
I noticed you didn't go on a limb there.
Yeah. Hey, I could have said Dylan Morris, but Dylan's even said this is a redshirt year for me.
Okay, so what's the latest on Jacob Sermon?
Jacob Sermon put his name in the transfer portal. 2 days later, pulled his name out of the portal, so he is sticking to the University of Washington. Colson Yankoff stayed in the portal, the dual threat guy. He visited UCLA a couple weeks ago, Oregon State, relationship with Jonathan Smith there. So it's the Jacob to take over for Jake, and then Dylan.
So why would Jacob Sermon, if you got all this talent coming in, then you still got Heward that's signed to come in, and
if Jacob Eason has the year that I think Husky fans expect him to, and I think what he's capable of, he's gone. And now, if you're Jacob Sermon, you still had another year until Sam Heward gets there. You could take over that starting job as a redshirt sophomore, and you got it for 2-3 years potentially.
Timberline had to get rid of it, and it's incomplete as this semifinal game going on here.
And they need to score here. They don't score here, they probably lose this game.
Steilacoom up 14-7. Brandon Huffman here, 247sports.com. Cascadia Preps, of course. We had Ryland Spencer, but we lost him. We literally lost him.
I think they do a timeout.
Tim Boyle here with you, Scott Oshman.
If anybody is watching and tweets at Ryland, tell him that we want to know how his assignment went.
His assignment's over.
Is it handcrafted in the Northwest, this roster?
It must be. It's typed on a typewriter.
This is artesian handcrafted. like everything else here.
Well, nothing but the freshest.
This broadcast is handcrafted, let me tell you. There's a timeout on the field so far. We've had fun. We didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into today, Tim Boyle and
What do you guys think? As guys that probably haven't had to spend much time watching 7-on-7, what do you think?
Can you tell? Wait a minute. Can you tell?
I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell because you guys have been so seamless in the play-by-play and the call, but observing it and kind of seeing
getting the other thing wrong, Steilacoom versus Lincoln.
It's easy to do when it's black and white and black, and you don't have
true.
any real distinctive feature.
They're killing Tim.
But to answer your question, I think it's been a blast. I really do. It's just not what I wasn't expecting it to be this fun.
Sure.
Timberline.
Uh-oh.
He's got to get rid of it. Only 4 seconds.
He come with it.
Oh my
he got
gosh,
it.
Touchdown, Timberline.
Unbelievable. And he must have got rid of that with 3.99 seconds left. I mean, there was.
So they're taking the 1 point.
Yeah, it looks that way. Smart move in the semifinal.
Yeah.
The
Live
board
to play
right
another
now,
day.
Yeah,
It should be tied up
at 14.
So it looks like Steilacoom's going to get one play at least. Because they aren't doing paper, rock, scissors yet.
We did have earlier an overtime game, Kennedy Catholic, Eastside Catholic. I can't believe Eastside Catholic is not still around.
No,
that is shocking to me with the amount of talent. Here we go. Chase McDaniel goes to the sideline.
Oh,
he leaves him. Nope.
They haven't blown a whistle yet either.
They haven't blown a whistle, but now they're pointing.
So the back judge is pointing to the side judge, and the side judge said he was down.
They're saying second down. We don't know how much time.
Wow, that took about 30 seconds for them to figure that out.
That's
too.
what's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's what's frustrating.
They should have stopped the clock while they were talking about it.
You got to think he's going to Ibuka.
Well, he's looking for him.
He looks. Now he goes over the corner, wide open. Can't get it.
And I'll tell you what happened that last second. The safety for Timberline just gets in front of it, and I don't know if he touched it, but he at least
looked
changed.
Like he touched it, yeah.
And it definitely changed direction.
It was underthrown just a little too. He would have thrown that a little deeper.
He looked a little late. He looked to the right there, and then he went back to that second choice, and it was just a hair late.
Now this is third down here.
Tied up for the win. Can they get to the championship game here? The first ever state champions. Atavus 7-on-7. He's got to get rid of it.
I don't know.
I hope he's okay.
Either way, that's going to be a turnover.
I hope he's okay.
And look. How did he land?
That's an official timeout. He just landed right smack on his back.
Both games we stop. Because they're trying to keep
both
both teams.
Clock. And we'll hope that young man is all right.
Why are they stopping both games?
Because they're trying to keep both on the same
exact same schedule.
It's a central clock here. Union, Graham, Kapowson. We don't have a score over there. You'd think Ryland at least could send us a score.
I've seen the back of Ryland's head for 30 minutes. I haven't seen the front of him. It's like he knows we're over here, but he doesn't want to get back to his assignments.
I'm going to take that personally, should I?
I've already taken it. I'm offended.
We might have to send somebody over there.
Really?
With the hopes that they come back?
They may know that's true.
You're seeing actually on your screen right now. We got him on camera, documenting it as the young man is okay. But what do they rule that as, an interception?
It looks like it
wouldn't matter either way because that was third down, right?
So Timberline's back in on offense.
We completely called Spencer out on that one. Payback is a big
I don't feel bad about it.
I don't either. I'm still waiting on that Timberline roster, by the way. We've had a good time.
That's right. That was I forgot what his assignment was. Yeah. It's been so long.
Well, the only reason I wrote it down. That's the only reason I remember. All right. Timberline, another shot at it. They go.
So 21-14 GK's over Union on the other field.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, according to Tracy Ford.
Okay, thank you for that.
14-14 here. Be great if they gave us a time.
It would be. The Timberline quarterback, I wish I had his name. Now he's going to go deep. He's got somebody late. It's go!
Oh, my
Touchdown!
gosh.
Back shoulder!
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable because he threw that up so high that
two Timberline or two Steilacoom DBs could have intercepted that.
Yeah, easily, but they mistimed the jump. Now, is that the game or what?
What a play.
It actually was not that well thrown of a ball,
No.
so it was kind of thrown up like a duck.
Unless it was designed.
It could have been.
Timeout by Steilacoom.
21-14 Timberline.
A designed duck, yeah.
A designed duck. A designed, delayed, kind of throw it up high, and I'm going to come back. The DBs didn't turn their heads.
No, they did not. And then they both looked at each other like, was that your ball or was that my ball?
As a recruiting specialist, that's something you focus on.
Head on a swivel. Get that head around. Play the ball.
All right, well, there's a timeout. We have no idea how much time is left, but we think seconds.
We're at 5:08, so we're overtime now, not overtime.
We had injury timeout earlier, but hopefully he's okay. We're back at it, and this is
There may only be one play left here.
Can they tie it? They have been incredible. He goes deep. He goes, for number 11.
Oh, he got him in the back of the end zone.
I think he got it. Oh, my goodness.
Maybe inches.
Oh, my.
And Steilacoom's going for the win.
They're going to go for the win? Oh, my.
And look at
That's
Chase
a gutsy play.
McDaniel poised.
And again, you would think it's going to Igbuka. He finds his secondary receiver, our guy number 11, who's having a magnificent game.
And day,
yeah. I mean,
I actually thought that ball was overthrown.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was out of the end zone.
Yeah.
Maybe Ryland can find out who 11 is.
Well, no, in September.
Yeah. Now this is a gutsy move here.
This is
because this is win or lose right here on one play.
This ball's going to Emeka Igbuka.
Boy, this is a gutsy play going for two here. If they don't get it, they lose.
McDaniels caught.
Oh,
Steilacoom.
Wow.
And he's kept running.
Wow.
It wasn't like I made a big gamble there by saying it's going to Igbuka.
Yeah, nice call. Nice call.
And
what a gutsy play.
I was watching him, and they just couldn't catch him.
No, just a little route snuck behind him, and you're not going to go catch up with him.
That's tough. That's tough for Timberline.
If that wasn't his first catch of this game, it wasn't his third or fourth. They didn't go to him a lot.
So it looks like
Steilacoom, yes, he looks like that's it.
And that was the last play.
Looks like Graham Kapowson's moving on to the championship.
Oh, Graham, they did win?
Well, I guess both teams are sticking around, so I can't tell. Nobody looks like they're leaving. Oh, okay. So Union will play Steilacoom right now. Union will play
who won that?
Timberline. GK
We're
was
ready
up
to hear.
21-14.
The championship game will be right here.
Right here. Yeah. We'll have that for you. Our schedule says 5:30 Pacific Daylight Time.
We'll try to.
Who's going over on this field to get the cleats? Looks like GK's heading that way.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll send our reporter, Ryland Spencer. Oh, on second thought, maybe not. No, I'm just kidding. We love Ryland Spencer. He does incredible work.
We do.
Nobody travels more than him.
And he traveled into the black hole, and we haven't seen him since.
He's not going to put mileage on his car.
Well, it looks like I think you're right about Graham Kapowson.
So Graham Kapowson and Steilacoom. Who'd have thunk it? We will be back with the first Atavus 7-on-7 Washington State Championship game coming up 5:30 on STSPN. Don't go away.